Today, the government of Saskatchewan, on the direction of the Chief Medical Health Officer, is also imposing a number of new restrictions. So effective immediately, public gatherings are now limited to no more than 25 people. Nightclubs, bars, and lounges must be closed. Effective on Monday, restaurants are required to close except for takeout and delivery services. Personal services such as hair salons are also ordered to close. Dental, optometrist, chiropractic, podiatry clinics are also ordered to close except when offering non-elective procedures. Daycare facilities are limited to 8 children unless they are able to configure to no more than 8 children per room. But most importantly, each and all of these orders are now mandatory, including the requirement to self-isolate after returning from foreign travel. Today, I signed an emergency order that all persons are required to comply with all orders issued by the Government of Saskatchewan and the Chief Medical Health Officer, and that all police forces in Saskatchewan are authorized to take any reasonable action, including the power of arrest, to enforce these orders. This means that the full weight of the law and the law enforcement agencies are being placed behind these orders under the provincial state of emergency. And I know, we all know, that the vast majority of Saskatchewan people are taking their personal responsibility very seriously and they are following these orders. But there are a few who are not. And I am particularly concerned about some of those who are returning from foreign travel and are choosing to not self-isolate. Most of the COVID-19 cases in Saskatchewan and most of the COVID-19 cases across Canada are due to and related to foreign travel. In fact, 5 of the 6 new cases that have been identified today have also been traced to foreign travel. If we are able to reduce this threat, we will be able to flatten the curve. But this is not a suggestion. It's not a guideline. It is now the law. So when you return to Canada, you must go home immediately, and you must self-isolate for 2 weeks. This doesn't mean that you go to the grocery store or go to the drugstore or go fill up with gas and then you go home and self-isolate. This means you go home and you stay home now. And if you don't do this, you're now breaking the law. Again, I know that the overwhelming majority of Saskatchewan people are following these orders, and I want to expressly say thank you for doing that. These are the measures that are necessary for us to flatten the curve of COVID-19. These are the measures that are necessary for us to reduce the risk to protect our families, to protect our neighbors, and to protect our friends. But this doesn't work if most of us do it. We all have to. We owe it to one another.